Hey, how you doing? My name is Mama Yeye, and I live here in Atlanta, and I am the director of Egg Based Shekere. And I'm watching all of these awesome videos online, and I said, you know what? No one's done one for Shekere. Oh my God, let me be one of the people that share with you today how to play a Shekere. Now you ask me, Mama Yeye, what is a Shekere? Go ahead and ask me. Okay, a shekere is an African hand percussive instrument made from a gourd strung with beads. Here's one right here. Got it right here. Look how pretty that is. Look how beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I'll tell you how to get one of these for yourself. In the meantime, a shekere is made from a gourd. Now that's a gourd, right? Let me show you a different one. This is a gourd. This gourd is from Ghana. Look at the wideness of the mouth. That's where all the sound comes out. So when this gourd came to the world to be with us, it was probably plucked from a vine. The top was cut off. The meat and seeds were taken out, and it was ready to be used. So it had to be dried out. So this gourd has its own uniqueness. I love gourds because none of them are alike. You can get them the same size, from the same stock, but their sound, their shape, their energy is different, just like me and you. So once again, let's go over this. This is the head. This is the neck. This is the body. This is the belly button. And all gourds have a butt. So whenever you pick up a gourd, look at it. And you will distinctively find a little extra bump on the bottom. Almost always, that's where your hand is going to connect to play. So let's keep going. Let's look at our hands. This is our hands. One of the powerful things. If we grip it tight, we can't receive anything. But if we open it up, we can do many great things. If we stiffen it up, it doesn't do us any good. It stops things. But if we supple it nice and gently, we can receive, we can give, and we can do all kinds of beautiful things. So the hand for shekere is, let's look. Look a little look. This is right underneath the thumb. This is where your hand should contact the gourd. Okay? This is the palm of your hand. This is the heel of your hand. And these is what I call the spidey sense. Hot dog, the spidey sense. Well, on your other hand, it's the same thing. You have this part of your hand, which we'd like to make contact with the gourd with. And again, your spidey sense. Because your fingers should always be in touch with the gourd itself. It never really should come off unless you're throwing it up in the air or doing some sort of acrobat. Today we're not doing that. We're learning basic. We're going back to the basics of playing shekere. So let's go back. Oh, what you say? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have a shekere? No problem. You can get a ball. Yep. You can go to CVS. You can go to Walmart, wherever you can. These will still be on the shelf, and get a ball about this size. Or maybe in your house you have a basketball or a soccer ball. That'll work too. All right, so when we work shekere, our knees are slightly bent, and there's air underneath our arms, okay, so that we can play. We're not tight or tense like this. You have to breathe and relax, right? Okay, so let's put the hands in the palms of our hand. Can you see that? I'm going to step back a little bit. See that? Okay. Now, when you take your fingertips or your spidey sense and push it just with your fingertips, it pushes the ball into the other hand. Let's just do that a couple times. 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. And roll it. You're actually kind of rolling it right now. Now, let's take the ball and put the right hand on top and the other hand underneath on the bottom. Let's do that exercise again. Push the ball up with the left and down with the right. Up with the left, down with the right. Up with the left, down with the right. You are awesome. Now, with that, we haven't yet connected to this part of our hand. We're still using our spidey sense right now. Take a breath. Yeah, that made me feel good too. So let's push it up into the hand, down. Up into the hand, down. You hear that extra thump? Well, that's what I want to hear. And that's where this comes in. You're throwing the ball or pushing the ball into your hand. Down, up, down, up, down, up. You hear that? Down, up, down, up. You want to see that with a gourd? Okay, let's do that. Hold on. Playing gourd, same thing. Down, up. My fingers never come off. Down, up. Remember to push it into this part of the hand. Down, up, down, up, down. You hear that extra sound? That's coming from up here. Yep. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's go back to the ball because that's important. So what you're doing is you're developing your technique and your dexterity in your wrist and your hand. I want to shout out to my men out there. Hey guys, when they're on the basketball court, while they're waiting to play a game, to do some hoops, they usually dribble the ball. Some people think dribbling the ball is just up and down, but you dribble the ball in your hand. So everybody get your ball. Okay, I like my butterfly ball. Get your fingers ready, open your palms, breathe and relax. You're good, you're doing really great. Now, push the ball into your other hand. Push it. Push with your fingers. Push, push, push. Now, on the break, we're going to do this. And the break tells you when to stop, go, or change. The break we're going to use is bip, 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 ba. That's how we're going to go. A break tells you when to do what? Stop, go, or change. So now we're getting ready to start. Bip, 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 bip. Down, up, down, up, down. Think down right now. Down, up. Push with your fingers up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Bip, 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 bip. Okay, you're stopping at this point because you need to have control on both sides. So let's do it like the guys do it on the basketball court. Same thing. Ball is right, not by your chest, but it's right by your belly button. Okay? Bip, 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 bip. Down, up, down. Throw it into your hand. There you go. You're doing great. You hear those sounds? So you hear that sound on both sides. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bip, 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 and stop. Okay, so if you do this at least 5 to 10 minutes a day, you will learn to have control over your ball and over your shaker. You won't drop it. You'll be connected to it. You don't want to drop it. You don't want to lose it. That means also that your wrists are getting stronger and they have more control. This will also help you with your technique. How, Mommy? Because your fingers are stopping the gourd from falling out of your hand. Your fingertips are connected to the gourd. I can throw it up and I still have it. Hey! That was fun. Okay, cool. You see that? Dribble the ball in your hand. And that's a great exercise. You can be walking down the street, walking around in the house, singing your favorite song, and dribble the ball in your hand. If you notice, eventually, I can't really turn around too well, but if you notice, I'm throwing the ball into my other hand. Okay, well, I hope to get you to come to one of my classes real soon, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, Bit, 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 and stop. Now let's do the same thing with a real gourd. Not hard. This is a gourd. Again, this gourd is fairly large, but it serves the purpose of showing you what to do. For those of you that are new to shekere playing, I usually don't encourage you to turn it to the side yet. I encourage you to turn it up and down. That way you can learn this part on the top and this part on the bottom. Here, yes, you can dribble it, but there are a few rhythms you need to learn first. Straight up and down, and this is one. So let's practice again the dribble up and down, because you see my fingers up, down. Push your fingers up, down, and you want the sound, you want her voice to come out. Up, down, up, down. So my fingers are actually throwing the gourd into my hand. My fingers are getting stronger also. I love it. Ba, boom. Ba, boom. I pay homage to our ancestor, Baba Olatunji, who gave us the Goomba method of playing rhythm. Ha ha. Ibai bai, Baba. Boom, ba. See my hand? Boom, ba, boom, ba. I'm throwing it into my hand. Boom, ba, boom, ba. Bip, 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 ba. Okay, now look. I ended on the up, but we're going to keep going. Here's a shekere. Now, if you don't have a shekere, don't worry. At the end of this video, I want you to email me, text me, DM me, and I'll show you how to get your own. All right, so look, this is the shekere. Remember, the same idea and the same technique is what? Up. Did you hear that sound on top? Let me do it again. Ready? Yeah, that's that hand on top. Now let's push it down into the other hand. That's where you get that sound. You want to hear that sound. Shekere is not about the beads. It's about the tone of the gourd. And every tone has a place, like a choir. And when we make shekeres, we make our shekeres in choirs. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Soprano, alto, bass. Okay? So this particular gourd, kind of high, but it's really, to me, it's kind of on the mid side, like in between a soprano and an alto. And boom, the high sound you hear is the beads working. So the beads are the excitement of the gourd, and that's where people go, oh. But for those of us who are musicians, percussionists, shekere players, our mission is to get that tone out. The beads are going to accent that tone. Understand? So let's keep working our technique now. Down, up. Remember, we're not turning it to the side yet. Ready? Bip, 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 bip. Down. And jump. All right, so let's do it again, because now we're getting ready to go into our rhythm. So I want to make sure you got your technique right. Bip, 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 bip. Down, up, down, up, down. Remember your spidey sense. Don't let that ball go all over the place. You have control over the ball. You have control of your center. Remember, the gourd is not supposed to be, or the shekere or the ball, it's not supposed to be up here. Keep breathing, bend your knees, and here you go. Up, down, up, down. There you go. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to let it. Okay? Up, Get that tone on the top and the bottom. Top and the bottom. It might not come right away. You can't just take one class and be an expert. You have to study just like everything else. If you were a kungalista or playing kunga or djembe, bata, talking drum, it takes time. So please be patient with yourself, all right? But it's just the idea that you're doing this and you're doing something positive with yourself right now, okay? Awesome. Here we go. Bip, 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 and boom. Let's try it with the gourd, the plain gourd. All right, here we go. Bip, 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 bip. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See my other hand? That other sound's gonna come. What you want to concentrate on is down, 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 down. And where is it falling? It's falling right under there. Bit, bit, it, bit, bit, it. Here you go. Down. Your fingers are pushing it up. It has that power. Some of you say, well, my fingers aren't working so good. It's okay to do this. Drop the gourd. Now look at my hand. My hand is not stiff. It's not tight. It's not crunched up. It's relaxed. See that? But I'm still using these hands, these fingers, to push it down into my hand. You see? All right, let's try it. Come on. Come on, don't get tired. We're not even halfway there yet. Come on. But you hear that sound? Isn't it beautiful? Oh, man. It's awesome. Now let's do the same thing with a shekere, or completely. What makes a gourd different from a shekere? One has beads, one does not. Boom. Okay, here we go. So along with the beads and the tone, you get an awesome sound. You're not doing any acrobats. You're not throwing it up in the air. You're not going extra fast. You're doing just a basic one. This is called the pulse. Everybody say pulse. I didn't hear you. Say it again. Pulse. Thank you. So this is the pulse. Now the pulse is the foundation of any music. If you don't have that metronome, the pulse, your heartbeat, the rhythm of the ocean, everybody has a pulse, a rhythm that they move on. And that's why we're all so distinctively different. Some of us move on one frequency, some of us move on another, but we're all to be synced and linked into the universe together. All right? This is the pulse. Now I'm going to take the pulse up just a little bit. I'm still working my hand, still working my fingers, still holding it. I am not gripping it around its neck. Don't do that. That's tension. Relax. Take a breath, everybody. Here you go. Here we go. Bit, bit, it, bit, bit, it, bit, bit. And the sound is coming out from here, okay? You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad you're here with me today. This is awesome. Bit, bit, it, bit, bit, it, bit, bit. Oh, yeah. So your body is not a board either. It's not a computer. It's a living organism. And when it hears rhythm, it starts to generate a little heat. You start breathing a little extra faster. Your muscles start wanting to get on in there. But as my teachers always taught me, stay grounded. You must stay grounded, okay? Don't let your body movement destroy the rhythm that you're trying to play. You got to stay in tune and connected to other shekere players, the kungas, the agogo bells, the talking drum, okay? The june. Yes, see? There you go. There you go. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. There you go. Work it out. So your arms are working, so you got to keep that air underneath your arms. Got to keep your body supple, your hands supple. All right? Bit, and rest. Okay, good. Now shake your hands out because I know, that was a lot. Remember, this is our basic shekere class, okay? Okay. No judgment, especially if you don't have a shikari. And you know, the other thing that you can use if you don't have a ball, if you don't have a gourd, if you don't have a shikari, is an empty gallon container. Yeah, the one that you go when you go get the milk, the 2%, the 1%, the vitamin D milk, the milk container. You can use it. Now, the only thing, though, don't hold on to the handle. That's cheating. You want to actually put your hand on the gallon jug, and still you can work and manipulate. And while I'm doing this, see my hand? Ging, ba, ging, ba, ging, ba, ging, ba, ging. So your arms are open, but your wrists and your hands are supple. Okay, remember that. Okay, let's go on. Would you like to learn another rhythm before we go? Okay, so the next rhythm, let's start with our balls, is the American clave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count with me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Say it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Now here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still got my hand on top. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using your fingers to push the ball into the other hand. Or just pushing the ball down into the other hand. If you can't work your fingers right now, just make the sound come out. Remember, do not hit up. Think down. Do not hit up. Think down. Bip, 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 bip. You got that. Oh, I see you over there. See you in the back. Yes, good. Bip, 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 bip. Let's change to the plain gourd. Bip, 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 bip. Hip. It works. And again, the action is down. Think down right now. See my hand? It's just caressing the butt of the gourd. The sound is coming out. Bip, 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 bip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it with shikari. Go back. See my other hand? My fingers are working to push it down into my hand. But if you can't, remember the action is I love the beats. Don't you? Aren't they beautiful? Hip. Hip. So remember, the tone and the beat make the music a shikari. The rhythm, the melody. And rest. All right, put it down. So, let's see. You got the pulse and you got the clave. All right? Okay, so we're going to put those two together. You decide if you're going to play the pulse or the clave. What's the pulse? Right? What's the clave? The American clave. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Oh man, I got another rhythm I want to show you too, but little by little we eat the head of the fish. So let's go and do the 1 or the, what was that rhythm? American clave. All right, so I'm going to pick up the shikari now. And I'm going to start my ones off first. Let the ones start off first. 1 is the foundation of music. Everyone has a rhythm or a pulse, just like your heart. All right? We're going to do it on the break. A break tells you when to stop, go, or change. What does a break tell you to do? That's right. Here we go. Remember not to have your gourd up in your chest. Have it by your belly button. Open your legs slightly. Knees bent. Bit, bit, it, bit, bit, it, bit, bit. Pause. Bit, bit, it, bit, bit, it, bit, carry. Bit, bit, it, bit, bit, it, bit, pause. You're doing so good. I can't say nothing. I can do a smile. Get it, get it. Get. Now pick a rhythm. Some of you might stay on the one. Some of you might stay on the clave. I'm going to change my rhythm. Bit. That's right, I played the break on the shaker ray. I didn't say it with my mouth. Sounds like this. I'm going to pick it up a little bit. You got this. Come on. Hip. Pulse. See, the pulse is the rhythm. It tells you how fast the music is going to go. So rhythms can go slow and they can build up. And almost always in percussion music, especially when you're working with dancers, you have to have stamina because the drums will rise. They will come up in temperature as far as the beat or how fast the rhythm is going to go. Most percussionists and musicians that work with dancers and work with African drum and dance, we're always paying attention to each other while the head or the lead is paying attention to the dancer. So when you have someone that says that I am leading this corps of people that are playing instruments, we're looking at each other, but our ears are open. We have to hear the break or the call to do what? The break tells you to do what? Yes, stop, go, or change. So we're enjoying each other, but we're not disconnected. Just like your spidey sense on the gourd, it's not disconnected. We're connected to each other, okay? So when you're playing, you're not off into, as my teacher used to say, I would say, you're off into the ethers. Come back here. You have to stay grounded when playing, right? So let's review. Cool. Here's my hand. This is where the gourd usually falls, or where this part of the hand can bring out the sound or the tones I want out of that gourd. This is my wrist. It has to have flexibility and dexterity and suppleness with my hand. These are my eye call. This is my thing. These are spidey sense, right? Stay connected to the instrument. And that goes on both sides. Some people play on left to right. Some people play on right to left. That's not important. What's important is keeping the time. What's important is keeping the time. And also, remember, we as African people and African-American people, people that play percussion, is you don't have to be a nationality. The point is you have to be connected to each other. Right now, the world is forcing us to be separated, but still through playing our instruments and sharing videos and making collective meditations and prayers and breath, still, and our heartbeats, still keeps us connected. So remember that when you're in a core of people and you just so happen to are invited to play shekere at any point in time, stay connected. The agogo bell and the shekere are one. They're married. They work with each other. So if you can get next to an agogo player who is consistent and strong, you should never have any problem playing in a core of drummers or percussionists when you are invited to join them. Okay? And all of my training and everything is coming out because I can imagine my teacher looking at this and going, hey, you didn't tell them this. So I have to tell you what I know. Shekere players are not usually playing with djembe music. We have learned to incorporate everything into our music, especially when it deals with performance. But shekere belongs to the kunga, agogo, talking drum families. Okay, they are not really a part of the djembe families. When you see something that looks like a shekere, that has the long strings, that's with the djembe, that's from another culture. And they call it, and I'm sure there's another name for it, but it's called jabara. And there are some beautiful videos on YouTube about the jabara rhythms and how fast they go. And those women, they be dancing and whipping it. Oh, it's beautiful. I have yet to learn it. What we're learning now is what we have learned through our lineage. Yes, shekere have lineage. We have history. So I'm going to name 3 key people that I can think of right now. Sonny Morgan, who came from my hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was one of the first African-American men to play shekere, okay, throughout the world, okay. We have Bobby Ishangi, another great teacher, dancer. So much that man did. Another person who was in Philly, by the way. But he also traveled throughout the world. He played with Babatunji Olatunji on his albums playing shekere. So when you turn on that album, Drums of Passion, that's Bobby Ishangi playing on that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to step out of Philly now. And I'm going to go to New York. And that's Chief Bey. If you know anything about African drum and dance music in the Americas, you must acknowledge Ibai Ibai, Baba Chief Bey. There were many others. We're going to keep it short. And going one more from New York is Iya Madeline Ayodele Nelson, who we lost just recently. So dear to our hearts. I'll tell you my story about her and how I met her another time. But another great lineage. So when you pick up your shekere, great ancestors, when you pick up your shekere, you're representing that. You're not just picking up a shekere just to shake it. It's not something just to shake. You are playing it. You are executing it. To play, to connect holistically with the other percussionists that are there, with the music, which reaches out to the community, the dancers, the children, oh my goodness, the elders. So it's a wholesomeness to it. It's round. Hey, just like the ball. It's round. It's a calabash. It's round. It's connectivity. It's wholesomeness. It's whole. So shekere has a lot to offer you. It heals. It helps develop your core muscles, your center. You must breathe in order to do it. Okay? So if you like what you've just experienced, I also must acknowledge my teacher, Iya Omomala Iyabumi. She still teaches shekere in Philadelphia and in Jersey, in the tri-state area. Please contact her on Facebook. I don't know if she's on Instagram, but she is available to teach classes and workshops. Mama Marcy Francis is also in Philadelphia teaching Shekere. She actually came to us and visited us in Jamaica. When we went to Jamaica, we do a One Love Arts Weekend in Jamaica every August. If you want more information about that, please also DM me, text me, messenger me. I can give you information on that. But Mama Marcy helped us with how to sing and how to breathe and how to use our spiritual powers from within ourselves to heal. And she has a wonderful method if you ever need to contact her on how to heal you and heal your chakras through what? The gourds. Yes, you need to see Mama Marcy. She's an awesome force, an awesome diamond and jewel in our world. So there are many other people and women and men that are playing this instrument. You're going to see people from Brazil, from Jamaica, from Asia. People are playing Shekere from all over. Now, we also like to brag and say, well, Shekere was born in Nigeria. We want to take hold to that. But Shekere was an instrument that traveled throughout the world, no matter where African people are. And the names changed. The shape changed. If you go to Mexico, the gourd is on top of a stick. That's called what? Maracas. But it's still a shaker instrument. So see, all over the world, it doesn't matter. You're going to find this instrument in your life somewhere. And some of you can also give me different names of gourds or different names of shekeres in your language to help us grow. We don't know everything. We're still learning. We're very much still a student in this genre of music. There are many great men and women who are teaching in every state that you're in. And if they're not, hey, give me a call. When this particular Rona 19 goes away, I can come to your city or your state and teach Shekere for you. But that's just a little bit. That's just a little taste. I hope you enjoyed this moment. Remember, everybody, stay grounded. Let's go back to the basics, okay? Breathing, healing, cleansing, okay? Connecting. Connecting how? We have to stay inside the house. Here's a way we're connecting right now, right? Thinking about good people, acknowledging our ancestors, connectivity, the breath, connection with the whole of the universe, connecting with Mother Earth, connectivity, the circle, the circle, the wholeness, the calabash. It's just awesome. Yes, we do teach this in schools as well. So if you would like to have this class happening in your school, we can do it by virtual. Like I give you a virtual hug, everybody. We can do these classes virtually. We are willing and able to do whatever you need. But this is just something to contribute to while we're inside of the house to help you learn. You ready? Get your gourd. Get your ball. Let's end this on a positive note. I love you. On the break. Stay encouraged, people.